Good morning. What a chilly night last night. I thought it was going to be some sort of record, so I just was doing a little Googling on the old Google box this morning. Apparently not. I think like back in 1951 or something, it was minus 31. So that's crazy. I think last night it was like minus 18. I took a picture of the thermometer because I was like, wow, that's crazy. So if there are people tuning into this channel, not from northern Alberta, or a place that even gets cold for that matter, I'm sure most Albertans, most of the people around here local to me, would have no problem admitting that minus 18 on October 24th is far too cold. None of us like it. None of us want it to happen. We don't get excited about it. We're not those kind of hardcore, like, oh, we can live in minus a million with no coat. That's not the case. We don't like the cold. We don't like to see it. So, minus 18, when we see that in the morning, and it's October 25th today, I guess? Or what? Can't see my watch. We're just like, no, staying inside today. Too early for this. I'm not gonna fight it. Pretty much nothing goes at that if you haven't had your life prepared. Fortunately for me, I leave this tractor in here in the winter because I don't know when people are coming for bags. It's Sunday now. I got a few people coming for some different things. So instead of risking it, even tractors, like older tractors like this, if they're plugged in, if they don't have good fuel filters, good air filters, good winter fuel, good, these just have block heaters, not recirculating heaters, they might not even start sometimes once you get past that into that minus 30 and on range. Even if they're plugged in, they won't start. So I leave this one in the shop. That way I know we always got a tractor that will start for anything. If we got to move some snow or pull out a vehicle or anything like that. But that is usually never an October issue. I'm gonna make some mini bulk bags now, some like 2,000 pound bags. It's warmed all the way up now. It's only minus 4, so everything should start. So once I get those bags made, I got a couple I gotta make for tomorrow morning. A guy wants to pick them up. So like to have those done so I don't have to get up at early in the morning and get everything going. It's supposed to be cold again tonight, so I'll just make them up and set them out. Then I'll be able to load him in the morning. So the other day, when my 4440 wouldn't start, when I pushed the ether button in the cab, I noticed it just kind of like spray out the side of the tractor. So this holds the ether can on there. For people that don't know what ether is, it's a cold starting aid for diesel engines. So this plastic piece is threaded in here, and it used to be on that bolt. So to replace the can, you would loosen it off and pull the can out and put a new can in and tighten it back up. But those threads that were in there stripped out last winter, and I thought, okay, that's a no-brainer. I'll stick a nut in there, the same size nut as the as the bolt on there, and I'll just like JB weld it in there. And it worked for a little while, but I guess, I don't know, maybe it rattled enough or whatever that it broke. Maybe I didn't have it clean enough. I actually don't have very much luck with JB Weld. So today I just cut a circle out of a piece of metal and welded a nut on there. That this stuff, I don't even know what this is, some sort of, you can't really weld, but I did anyways because it was cracked. It'll probably break, but whatever. So anyways, I'm not a welder, and I didn't even like try to clean it up or anything because I don't care what it looks like. It's definitely strong enough to hold that nut on there. So I drilled a hole, and then I welded a nut to the other side of it. And now all I got to do is go put it on there. It's pretty important, I think, that the can is there, even if even if you don't plan to use it in the summer, because that is a direct line into the intake of the engine. So if you don't have the engine or the can there, it could potentially suck up dirt. So definitely important that gets repaired. But I think this will work. I'm going to go put it on now. And then I plugged that tractor in this morning when I got out here. So it should be, I think it's almost 0 degrees anyway, so it should start. So there you have it. Ether can cartridge holder gizmo has been repaired. Ether can's in there. You can still turn this. Definitely, that's one thing I always find when I look at something. I'm like, holy man, that's going to be easy to fix. There can't be much engineering in that. But you know what? There kind of is, like, because the way that other one was like coned, it allowed for more travel on the threads of this bolt, and mine's just flat, so the bolt sticks up and then you can't get the can in there, so you gotta jimmy it around a little bit. Fortunately, we don't go through ether very much on this tractor or the other one, because this one always stays plugged in and sits right here, and the other one goes in the shop. This belt is also super loose, so I'm gonna go get a wrench, maybe there's a wrench here, tighten that, and then I'll start making bags. So I just finished all my bags. It was a pretty good day. I think I got 10 or 11 made, 1 or 2 loaded out of here. I got one more outside. I'm gonna just throw a tarp over that one in case it does rain a little bit. And then I got to shovel out my hopper that feeds my hammer mill. I'll just auger that right into the mill and grind it, and then I'll feed it to the cows. And then, yeah, my feet are soaked. The one thing about these leather boots, on a day like today, you're walking through the snow, and then the snow gets on your boots, and then you climb into the tractor, and then the snow melts, and then you climb out, and because your boots are not wet, the snow really sticks to it, and basically starts to melt right away, and then you climb back in the tractor, and basically the process just repeats itself about 100 times a day. So by the end of the day, you can pretty much feel the water squishing between your toes, which is not conducive for staying healthy in the early fall. Good evening. I just had supper. I'm gonna slip out here now, lock up the shop, and just get everything put away for the night. Chance of rain, I guess, overnight sort of a deal, and into tomorrow. So I already got the hammer mill. I got all the lids and everything closed. I got the lid back on the roller. I got all the bags. Well, there's only one bag outside. The rest I put in the shed. So everything should be pretty good. What did we get today? I guess not a whole bunch, eh? Just made a bunch of bags. My wife, she painted her chicken trucker again. So that I think is pretty much done. Alright, so after I got the shop locked up, I noticed there was a couple of buckets of miscellaneous grains. One, I spilled some peas in the shed, so I had shoveled it all up, and there was like a bunch of rocks and peas and everything. So I brought that up. I threw it on the ground here for the chickens and these all these critters. There were some oats with molasses and everything, so everybody's enjoying it. Brownie's over there in his jail, he's liking it, and these guys are all enjoying it. That light up there, that's my I tied that into the it's hard to know where to point. I feel like a weatherman. I tied that into the thermostat on the water heaters, so that light only turns on when the water heaters are on. Oh, it just turned off. Look at that. So obviously the waters are warm enough. That's super handy because I can see that from the window in the house. So you can be, I guess it's not that a guy is lazy, but it's really nice when you can just look out the window when it's cold and be like, oh yeah, if that light's on. And I guess it doesn't necessarily mean the water is working, because I guess the element could be burnt out. I'm not sure if I wired it through the element or not, but it is kind of a peace of mind. You know that if that light's on, the water is probably working. So that's enough of that. I'm gonna head in now, go to bed, I think. What time is it? It's probably not bedtime. I don't even have a watch on. I see today we had a couple new subscribers, so if you guys are watching this one, thank you and welcome to everybody else that tunes in regularly. Thank you very much for that. And hopefully everybody enjoyed their weekend. It is Sunday night now. We'll see y'all tomorrow.